Don, a little more personal question for you, and I may be wrong, but I think that this is a new level of activism for you, at least at this height, at this depth. What was your biggest surprise about taking this issue on, about the world and about yourself?
Well, I think I was surprised how once I said, you know, I want to be involved and this is something that I want to do, how many people there were. I mean, this gathering surprises me. And when I started talking to John, it's something that he mentioned last night. He said he would show up at events and there'd be 6 people and there'd be a bunch of chairs, and he'd say, well, let's just move the chairs out of the way and sit on the floor and talk, because no one was showing up. And we've seen the numbers really increase dramatically, I think, since I got involved with this.
Must be you, Don. I don't know.
and seen a lot of results. And you know, when I went to the second time I went to, the third time I went to Africa, John and I, we went to Uganda, and I brought my children with me, and we went to, you know, these IDP camps and World Vision camps, and met with these child soldiers who had been abducted and had either escaped or been freed, and were in these camps trying to deal with all that they had seen and all that they had done, and all that they had to live with, and try to come to grips with, and some reconciliation with themselves over what had happened in their lives. And I brought my children, and they were there for these conversations, and they heard these stories that these soldiers told. And my children are 10 and 12, the same age as a lot of these boys and girls who had dealt with this. And initially I felt that it was possibly the wrong thing to do. You know, I wasn't sure if I should expose them to this kind of harrowing story, but it really sensitized them, and it gave rise to very interesting conversations, and they weren't traumatized. I mean, maybe they're going to end up on a couch in 5 or 6 years, and I'll have to pay some huge therapy bill, but at this point, it really sort of sensitized them and woke them up to a world that was beyond, you know, their little existence in Los Angeles, and definitely one of much less privilege than they're aware of. And it's kind of had a similar effect to me, going to Darfur, seeing these children mostly, really, and interacting with them without the benefit of speaking each other's language. And that's when you really start to feel like that's me. And you know, I'm them. Any one of these children could be my kids if I just, you know, if we could get along and they didn't clean their rooms too. So it's just, it just sort of sensitized me and woke me up, and you realize that the road is long. And someone said to me the other day, why should we care? Why should I even do this? And do you think it's going to make any difference? And I said, well, I know what me not doing anything will do. I don't know if this is going to make a difference. I don't know if, you know, we're going to come back a year from now and be meeting and going, okay, we're still looking at the same problem again. What can we do? But I know if I don't do anything, that I really don't have a leg to stand on. So I just wanted to, you know, be about it, not just talk about it.
I just want, yeah.